Hello, this is BJ from Hearns Hobbies, and this is Andy Cooke.
Hello.
And we're coming in here in the studio to have a look at the brand new BBX.
Yep, BBX.
What is the BBX?
BBX BB01. It's a new platform from Tamiya. It is like a retro vintage car, but not vintage.
It's all brand new.
Brand new.
So it's been engineered to take all modern electronics. So the most
Brushless.
important part is the brushless, because most of the older cars, they never even knew what brushless was. And you try to put a fast brushless in those and they tend to not like it. No, that's right. That's right. But you want high performance retro looking, this is the thing to get. Let's look from the top now. There you go.
There it is.
Look at the box art.
Yeah.
It's pretty classical
Pretty cool.
Tamiya style box art, isn't it?
It
Like
gives
action
me-
shot.
Gives me full Super Champ vibes,
It does, doesn't it?
I reckon, with the colours.
Yep. Yep. It's got a little bit of bear hawk feel to it too. It's like a lot of these sort of old cars,
Yeah.
because I guess the old Baja buggies did look like this, the real ones.
Yep. This was it. The Sand Scorcher.
Yeah.
Rough Rider sort of front end.
Yep.
Kind of style with it.
This bit here looks a bit like the Falcon front end, because they had the double wishbone, really chunky arms.
Yep. Yeah.
But
Top
then
arm.
you got your semi-trailing arms in the back, which is very, I guess, Wild One-ish, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. The
So
wild
there
one.
we go. So we've got the open
Yep. Frame like the wild one.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, let's crack it open.
Yeah. Open it up.
All right, let's see. What do we got? Wow.
Oh, bits.
What do you reckon? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Chrome wheels. Check this out.
Chrome wheels are nice, aren't they?
Wow, look at that. That's going to look good. What are they, 2-inch? Or less?
They look less, don't they?
Yeah. Like a good old 1.8s.
Oh, so the same front and rear, yeah?
Are they the
They
front
look the
rear
same-
or is it front
Same.
rear?
Oh, I don't know. Same width, aren't they?
Yep. They look identical.
Identicals. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, cool, yeah? Super shiny. Okay, let's pop that over there.
Gotta love the Tamiya Chrome.
What have we got here?
What's next? Frame? Bit of framework?
Framework. What do you reckon?
Wow, that's going to look cool. So I think the way they've designed some of it, the frame, pivots and hinges, I believe, to get the batteries out and get access to the gearbox and the motor.
Yep. So it's got some good flex to it.
Like some good
What do you reckon?
flex.
Can I open this up?
Yeah. Let's
crack it.
rip it apart.
Because with some of the plastics, they do a variety of different plastics in the kits. And bodywork and things that need to take a bit of a beating, I'll make out of ABS plastic. So I might move these across actually. Let's get a white background.
Yep.
There you go. There's our roll cage. So I've got the two ends like this.
Oh, yep. You can see the shape there?
Yep.
Well, not there.
No?
From the
There.
top. There we go. There's the shape. Yep. You can see like the cockpit area.
Yep. And so there's a shock mounting point. So there's two shock mounting points available.
Yes. Yep.
And you can see the flex here as I move it.
Whoa, flexy.
Yeah. And it's quite a heavy, it's quite scale looking, isn't it? For this sort of molly
Yeah, just like a
frame look.
welded frame off a real badger bug.
Yep. And then from the inside, you can see how this section has been hollowed out.
Yep.
Very
Yeah, it's
cool.
good that it flexes, obviously, so it's not brittle, so it doesn't break.
No, that's right. And so this is all going to be screwed together. So it's going to act like
Really?
quite a strong. I hope so. And it'll act as quite a strong framework, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got more bits like that.
Oh, okay. So there's more here. So
Yep.
you've got there's a battery. I think that's a battery.
Yeah, I think this piece might be that piece. Pivots up from pivots in one of the round openings in the frame,
Yes.
so that it lifts up, and then you can sort of lifts the battery up at the same time and slide the battery out the front.
I think another benefit of it being brand new is the battery compartment is going to be a bit bigger than the early one, so you have a much more choice of batteries to choose from. A hard case.
Awesome.
So there you go. Okay, this is the point where I think it's a speed controller or the receiver can get mounted here, and the driver
it's
sits
up
on top.
Is it behind the driver or under the driver?
It's under the driver.
Under the driver.
Yep. And then that's part of the rear roll cage. So this is where the gearbox sits, and your motor's under there.
Yep.
And this is screwed in this point, so when you undo two screws here, it just lifts straight up.
Lifts up.
Yeah.
Yep, like the modern version of the old, was it Sand Scorcher and Super Champ style,
Yeah.
the frame out the back.
Yes, that's right. And you got a few of the horizontal pieces there too. Very cool.
Whoa, what's next?
What else we'll look at?
More plastics, or do you want to check out the tyres?
Oh, you want to
go with those rims?
What are we going to do? Put them on?
Oh yeah, let's chuck them on.
Put them on. Alright, try it out.
Rip these open?
Yeah. Look at the inserts. I mean...
Yeah, actual
real yeah.
Well,
racing type.
Get my teeth onto this one.
Teeth? Well, you're right into it.
Oh, there we go.
Right into it. Okay, there's the wheels.
Wheels, tyres.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Like the wheels are basically
the wheels are the same.
Yeah.
But the tyres are actually different width on the top face. But on the inside, you can see the carcass.
Yep.
They're designed to...
Curls back in.
That's right. Designed to use the same wheel. So it's really clever. I never really picked that.
Yeah. Yeah, because normally often rear wheels are quite wide in comparison.
Yes.
Especially when you've got skinny front ribs.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Look how shiny that is.
Oh, I have to wear my sunnies.
Pretty good, isn't it? And then here is... I don't know if I can show both sides. They're actually the same width. Two? Oh yeah. That's right.
Magic.
Magic, isn't it? Very funky. I like that. They're good, aren't they?
Huge.
Yeah, well, I
Huge
guess you just squish, won't they? They're open cell foam.
And chuck one in.
Do a bit of a squeegee. Take one of these off.
Yeah, one up.
Side pieces?
No,
side cutters.
Rip it off.
Rip it off? Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Alright. Just get this.
Oh, donut. Do you want to eat the whole later, or?
Oh, yeah, keep that.
Yeah, that's an important part.
That's right.
That could be like a full-size shock absorber sponge.
Top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so the inserts are quite different in size.
Yep.
Actually, we'll do it like that. Okay, so the rear ones are really chunky.
Yeah.
Front one is your donut hole.
Donut. Add the hole to the hole.
Alright.
Okay. Do you want to do a front or a rear?
Oh, no. I'll do a rear. I'll do a rear. Stick in there.
These are definitely not
in
for.
That is sticking big foams into
the
the
hard rubber. Yeah. It's not exactly a Proline M4, that's for sure.
No. Alright, so we'll just try and stretch it out.
There we go.
Was that all good?
I think so.
Was it?
Sort of
mine feels a bit funky, but I don't think I can get it much better than this. Yeah, it's sort of squished up, isn't it?
Yep, that's what it goes in.
Yep. Okay. And then...
Awesome. The wheel?
You got that one? Yep. I think it went on pretty easy.
Same both sides. Oh. Fred will like this bit.
Oh, that's cool, isn't it?
That's the rubber tires. There we go. Almost finished.
So look at them, you would not expect them to have the same size wheel, would you?
Yeah, it's like optical illusion.
That's really clever.
One mould.
That's it. Yep. One mould. Does both. Yeah, really nice. Oh, I like that. Alright, what else have we got?
Awesome. More bits. Let's have a look at these. What have we got?
Alright, so we've got some more we've got Nerf bars and
Gearbox
covers.
Gear cover.
So we've got speed controller cover. We've got gear cover. Alright, so here we go. So we've got Nerf bars here. And again, it's in that really flexy.
Yeah, it looks pretty soft, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Almost
rubbery, but not quite.
Yeah, it's pretty soft, isn't it?
Rubbery figures.
So there's that's probably a Spur, like gearbox cover before the Spur.
Whoa.
Maybe. It's a pre-cover.
Pre-cover.
And then there, what do you call the
like a
rear one? Rear guard?
Yeah.
Motor guard?
Bit of rear guard action.
And then there's a little splash cover for your speed controller.
Whoa.
And then there's the cover for your receiver, and the driver sits on top of that.
Yeah, so you get that sort of scale look after you put all your electronics in. It's not
that's right.
wires everywhere.
That's right. So you can have it like a fully naked chassis.
Oh,
yeah, it's legit.
Yeah.
And then you cover it up with this. Yeah, that's good. And then there's a transponder mount.
Ooh.
Old school transponder mount
too.
too.
Transponders with a battery in them.
That's right.
And a big body.
That's sort of retro now, too,
yeah,
isn't it?
that's cool. I'll have to make one. Get a big, one of those huge body pins that you put in.
Have you still got any of those dummy transponders we used to do?
I do.
There you go, stick that in there.
What, go more plastics or get stuck into the body?
Oh, anything. Yeah, you got that.
Let's look at all these guys.
Oh, suspension bits.
Suspension? Oh, trailing arms, yeah.
These are cool. These actually look like they've got lots of glass in them. So where we're looking at bits which were really flexy, I think these are going to be pretty stiff.
Glass reinforced.
Okay, so actually it's got a little bit of give to it there. You see how thick? No, you don't have to use that bit. But you see how thick it is there?
Yeah.
So there is, it does feel pretty stiff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want those trailing arms moving around too much because your drive shafts.
No, that's right. So it's actually, this is a, what is it? It's a 3-link, isn't it? A 3-link rear end.
Whoa, good question.
Yep, because it's going to have 2 links across here.
2 there, yep.
Yep, and then there's a 3rd there.
Yeah, so if that's all too flexy, it'll move within the links.
No, that's right. And we were talking about this earlier, right? Because the original design had dog bone.
Yeah.
That was going to be standard. But the kit actually comes with universal CVDs included. Which will probably be hidden in that box, that's right.
Yeah.
But a really nice, chunky front suspension
those
arms, aren't they?
Are like mega stiff.
Yeah. They've been hollowed out too. Oh, that one hasn't. This one has.
Yep. Well, they're the front ones, are they? For the
they're the front ones. So this one's for the lower, yeah? There's a lower and there's a top.
Oh, yep.
Suspension for the shock mount there.
Yep, of course they're the front, because they're not the rear.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, what, glass fibre infused maybe, or?
Yeah, so glass normally gives you that matte finish. But I think it's not a super high, like a racing type. It's super high,
carbon,
right?
Not carbon stiffness, I guess.
But it's got enough in there.
Bit of give.
Yep. Awesome. You probably need a little bit of give too, because it's going to have the captured balls in it.
Yeah, pop them in. And
Yep.
You don't want them to be too rock solid with this sort of stuff.
No, that's
you
right.
need a bit of flex. So
otherwise you need a flamethrower to...
Oh, what are we doing? Flamethrower?
Flamethrower to soften up to get the balls. Alright.
What? Flame? Soft?
Balls? No, sorry. We're going a bit too far there. Yep. Alright, what have we got here? Oh, we've got like sort of gearboxy bits.
Boxies?
So we've got these hex shapes.
What's that?
They're the fake slipper pads.
It's not a hexagon, it's an octagon.
Oh, is it?
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Octopus. So this bit here, I would say that's a front end. Yeah?
Like a skid plate or kick plate?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Whoa, lots of angle.
You see how that's really matte? That's got a bit more glass than the last stuff.
Extra glass.
I think.
So what are these fake octagons?
They're the slipper pads. The fake slipper pads. Because it locks up the spur.
Yep.
That's right.
And then the option, they will or do have an option.
So you see there, so that locks onto the layer shaft.
Yep.
Got a
thingy.
That's a bulkhead. Looks like a rear bulkhead, doesn't it? We'll go through the instructions quickly too, but that looks like a rear bulkhead for supporting the gearbox. But then they look like front end bits. We really don't know, do we?
No.
But they look cool.
They look cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
What else you got there?
More bits we don't know what they do.
Well, that looks like a bumper, doesn't it?
Are these like...
Yeah. So you got 2 bumpers. They give you 2 front bumpers, which are handy.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
And then
with those lawn darts off the jump.
That doesn't happen, does it?
No.
Alright, what have we got here? Okay, so we've got 2 sets, identical.
Yep.
2 bumpers, which is handy. And then you've got
like arm ball ends or
something? So this is rear suspension ball ends.
Suspension, yep.
You got body mounts?
Yeah, body posts, yep.
Although body posts I don't think
you
use them much.
Velcro and...
Yeah. So that'll be something they keep it open for other modifications.
I have the option.
Yep.
Because often they do like common parts as well.
Yes.
Might be used for future kits.
And that sort of flappy bit.
Whoa,
that's interesting, isn't it?
Gotta have a flappy bit.
So you get your shock towers here. So that's a front shock tower.
Oh, yep.
And there's spaces here for the ball ends because they go in the middle. So you tighten it all up. So they're all fixed length. And you put in washers. Yeah, you put in washers to change the length.
Or good old school stuff.
That's it. Yeah. So there's some spaces here for changing the caster.
Yep. Oh, they just look just like 12 scale ones, but gigantic.
Cool. That's right. That's right. Massive bits. And servo mounts. Yeah, very cool.
Wow.
Two bumpers.
What's
very
this
cool.
bit? I've got no idea what this is.
This is a wing. It's a rear wing.
Not the gearbox?
It could be also a boomerang.
Oh,
although I don't think this shape comes back.
No. Well, not all boomerangs come back.
No. Well, if you're successful, they shouldn't come back.
Yep. You just go over and get the meal.
But look at that chassis. So Tamiya always impress me when they do their chassis. It's
pretty
cool. They're pretty complicated, right?
Yeah, it's not just a flat surface with a few bits sticking off it.
No.
You can see all the strengthening kind of ridges
that's right.
Designed into it.
Yep. So battery compartment right there.
Yep.
A couple of slots here. So full
size square battery could.
That's right. It could do. Or you got your rounded lipos as well.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, the slots would be there for allowing gravel or sand to sort of slide out.
Oh, gravel.
You got your
steering
bell crank
that's on
mounts
the
there. Yes. So that other curve bit, I can't work it out because it's got its own kick up and it's got a really narrow front end.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's like a 91 Worlds car.
Oh, you would not know anything about those, would you?
Never seen one.
So you got those coming out soon, haven't you?
Yeah, 91 soon.
So this is
out very soon.
Oh yes, it's in production.
Yep.
So these points here. So this is like slide molded. Okay, so that's a very complicated mold. Molding? So a normal mold has got two halves.
Yep.
Okay, you got your bottom bit and your top bit. But to be able to achieve these holes here, you've got other parts of the mold that actually slide in.
So that they can slide out.
Yeah. So they can create all those holes. And that's quite an expensive way of manufacturing. But that's the only way to achieve these horizontal holes for your screws.
Shapes in one piece.
And so they'll be there for all the
the frames,
the frame, the roll cage. You see the 4 screws there for your gearbox.
Yep. I wonder if a stealth box will bolt on.
I reckon you could make one. I don't think that would be a problem. Yeah, that's cool.
It's very funky.
Yeah, that's quite pretty stiff, but it's got give to it.
Yeah.
You can imagine once you got the rest of it. It's going to be mega stiff. Very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
Yes, very special.
What we got here?
What we got here? Well, you got your driver.
Yep.
So he's got a pretty small head, yeah? He's got a small head. Small head driver.
Small head driver.
Did I say something wrong? Alright, let's crack this open.
Got to have the good old Tamiya drivers. They're pretty classic and famous.
Oh, they are, that's right. I reckon that's similar to the one that's out of the Fox. Has it got a year on it? Can't see a year. Oh, maybe here. How good are your eyes? Because mine aren't real good. 1985. Well, that's pretty early, isn't it? Maybe the Hot Shot too. Maybe. It definitely looks very foxy.
What foxy driver? Yeah, it's actually a bit of like sort of motocross style on the front of the helmet compared to the old school ones that were just like the F1 drivers they used to always do, or just a sort of curved flat surface.
Yep, very cool. Okay, so I'll screw onto the receiver cover later.
Ah, yep.
Yep, and then we've got a whole bunch of other bits in here. What have we got? Alright, so I've got some suspension bits. Okay, so we've got steering uprights, the hexes.
Yep.
And there's the suspension mounts for the kick up.
The hinge pins?
Yes. Oh, so the hinge pins here, quite a lot of them are captured hinge pins. So they don't use E-clips.
Whoa, no more E-clips.
No. Well, that's a good thing.
Won't be able to lose them.
That's right. Alright, so you got 2 mouldings here. Oh, you look, so they give you a spare of these, which we know are one of those bits that are prone to possibly break, right? Because through here. Standard hexes, and then you got your steering uprights. They look pretty beefy too.
All these guys. We'll take a few impacts.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yep.
Yeah.
Reinforcing ridges.
I wonder if they're using 11x5 bearing steel. They started using those in all their early cars.
In the early
It must
80s.
have been just the size of bearing that they found.
Yep.
Locally, and thought,
factory next to
that's
theirs.
right. Because why would you pick 11 mil?
Well,
that's really odd, isn't it? Okay, so we've got some spaces in here, which will probably be for drive shaft.
might be the
spaces, yeah.
They crush
spaces
from
the bearings. Yeah, for inside here and maybe for the rear as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Keep it over here. Oh!
Yeah.
We'll keep it over here. We're about to lose things.
Yeah.
We're about to lose things. We've got a bit of a mountain.
Oh, what's exciting? Gearbox.
Oh, look at that. That is a very
Gearbox.
pro-looking gearbox. Yeah?
Does look like a stealth.
Yeah, so 3 gear transmission.
Very cool. I love gearboxes. Like all the design aspect of them and the shapes and the clearances.
You've designed a few, haven't you?
Yeah, it's I found them very, very tricky. They take a lot of refining and fine tuning to get all the tolerances correct.
So you see the reinforcing ribs for the bearing locator. So that one.
It's definitely not an 11x5 in that one.
No, beefy.
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 It's a mini
So
one,
that's what we want, because it needs to handle the power we're going to put into it, like a 7.5 ton, right? Or you're not going to do that.
Well, I've only got 5s.
5 will do.
Yeah.
We were talking to Matt earlier. He had a 5 in his 4-wheel drive off-road. So this is the bell crank. What do you call that? The
rack.
The rack. That's it.
Rack.
Because the balls are going to go in here and they'll go out to the rods for the steering.
Yep.
There's your bell cranks here. And again, that's in a sort of stiffer material, and you can see the sort of matte finish where you've used the side cutters to cut it off.
Yep.
You can see the glass fibres in there. Yeah, cool. Okay.
Brilliant. Well, let's move to the bodies.
So we've still got, so this is body stuff, right? So we've got lights, a whole bunch of lights.
Yep. Yeah, not just 2.
No, there's a heap of lights. And these are all designed to take LEDs.
Which will definitely be happening.
That's right. So you can see the openings in the ends here. And LED just sits inside, and it's all clamped together once it's screwed.
Yep, so it can't sort of fall out or
no, that's right.
Once it's in there.
And then you've got your little mounts on this side as well. Okay, so you've got 2 sets of those.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole set of lenses. So here's your lenses.
What was it? Square.
So there's square ones.
Taillights?
Yep. So that means there'll be others in here as well.
Mr. BT.
See you. And then these are the lenses. Let's see if we can get the reflections there. The round lenses are for all these lights here.
Yep.
Okay, so there's 6 in total. Oh, these will be square ones here.
Oh,
square ones there.
Yep. Maybe they're at the. Will they face out the back or?
No, I think you can have them facing forward.
Forward. It's outrageous.
I don't know.
Yeah, so there's quite a few, isn't there? Like, what's that? 3 of each, 3 large ones, and like 3 pairs. Is it? 1, 2.
Oh,
yeah.
4.
Oh, sorry, 2.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's 2 of each.
Yep. So you can have 2 at the nose.
Yeah.
2 on the sides of the
so it's not just the 2 lights. Yeah, you got 2 extras.
Yeah.
And 4 of the small size as well.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, awesome.
Stick that back in there. Have that. Here we go. All right. What do you got? Bodywork.
Body?
Okay, so bodywork.
An arrow pipe.
Oh yes.
An arrow pipe.
An arrow pipe. It's quite big, isn't it? So there's a lot of components here for the bodywork. I think there's 6 in total, and it gives you the options of, well, either using them all, as you can see in the box art, or you can just leave bits off it.
Yeah.
Make it semi-naked.
Or semi-naked.
Yeah, or half-naked.
Yeah.
So
customize it as desired.
That's right.
What's that bit?
So they're like, I don't know, side panels?
Yeah, so at the back there's side panels, but is that them?
So it could be those that are around near the gearbox. Yeah. Then we've got the main body that sits over the top. This is velcroed on. Yep. And then we have the side pods.
Was it the shot feel to that piece?
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
Yes. And then here's the side pods, and you can see how the recess these areas so that the velcro sits in there without it standing too tall.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get the joints around the panel.
So the 2 sides there.
Yeah.
So very cool.
What bits? And then the stickers to go with it.
Yes. Yes. Wow, look at all that. Oh yeah, so that's very hot shot head netting.
Yeah. I love netting.
Do you?
Yeah.
All that. So 2 sheets of decals actually. So there's a smaller number one there. So you can do all your custom numbers. And then there's a box art one underneath there with little stripes. What colour are you going to do yours?
Yeah, what colour? fluorescent red.
Orange with orange.
Orange with orange. The stickers will
No,
vanish.
maybe not.
No. What'll go well with that?
Well, you need darker contrasting. So blue is the ultimate contrasting
Blue's
for
the
orange.
one on the box. Yep.
Yeah.
But, do we go with that or something different? Could go
We
purple.
always change the stripes. Get some printed up in a different colour, maybe in blue, and then you do a reverse one.
Ooh, a reverse BBX.
Reverse
It's like
box
an
art.
XBB.
So there we go. All right. So there's stickers.
That's cool.
All right. What we got left?
That's it.
We got the magical.
that's it.
We got the magical box.
We've got the magical box and then
Alright.
the manual.
Right, so this is going to have. You got the manual there. Yes.
Yep.
All right. So
Magical box
this.
first.
Yeah. What's in? Wow. All right.
What's in there?
All the nice little bits. Okay, so it's shock bits. Oh, look at that Teflon. Teflon molded pistons.
Whoa.
That's a nice touch.
High tech. What do they used to be? Just
plastic.
Same sort of plastic.
Yeah, they used to be a soft plastic in the old retro kits. That's a nice touch.
Yep. They're like the sort of the pro racing shocks that Tamiya used to do when they had the racing line.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so that'll be low friction. It's good they give you all these different pistons. That I did not have an idea of. Okay, now here we've got...
We can do heaps of tuning and it'll go exactly the same.
That's right. It'll be fun while you're doing the changes.
Use the oil.
Right, so here's the shocks. So we've got a
shock
whole collection
bags
of the caps. So these are actually emulsion shocks. You've got the little bleeder. Yep. So if you can't see the bleeder, let's get in there. This is the bleed hole there. It's really nicely moulded, don't they?
Mm.
And the spring retainers,
Got the clamp style as well.
you got two types for two different looks.
Or is it top and bottom?
No, it wouldn't be bottom, would it? Would it? I don't know.
We should check the manual.
Maybe,
That'd be
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit of fun. No, it's got spring retainers right there.
Yeah. Or is it front and back? They're different
Oh, front and back maybe.
types maybe.
Oh, that could be true. But there's four there anyway, so
Heaps.
there we go. So alright, so shock bits. So more shock bits here.
More shock bits. It's a different frame.
Yeah. So these have got your spring retainers on the bottom there.
Oh, yep.
And then the balls.
Top and bottom,
Molded
yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
Wow. They look really clean.
Oh,
Let's quickly look at that. Interesting feel. So these are the parts which are quite amazing, aren't they? How they molded these balls. So again, slide molded. Okay, so it would have had a mold going this way.
learned all about slide molding today.
And then you can see how clean the top and bottom mold is because there's hardly any join line there. Super clean.
Yep. So you just
You
need
just
to
feel it a little bit.
be just sanding off the sprued part that you cut off. And
Probably wouldn't need to because after you
sometimes
use
they
it,
have it flat. Yeah.
yeah, because sometimes like this sort of
Or
material,
just chuck it on the track.
just chuck it on the
Well,
track and
so it'll be
it will just be all smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
because you'll probably have. Is that going into the plastic cap? Either way, I think it'll.
Mm.
You feel it's smooth. It's like slippery.
Well, it goes faster that way.
Yeah,
It's like pre-Teflon.
pretty Teflon. There you go. That's very interesting. I like that. All right, what else we got?
Oh,
we got
the most important bit.
we don't need to open that up. So we've got the famous Tamiya box wrench.
Definitely lose those bits.
That's right. So screws, we've got Allen keys. So 2mm, 1.5mm. Pretty standard because all the screws are hex-headed.
Hex.
Do you like that?
I do.
Hex-headed screws.
My
But-
Phillips screwdriver is going to be lonely.
It would be. Well, you can just lay it out on the table and you can watch what's going on.
Good vantage point.
That's right.
Yep.
But I mean, if this is the first time you ever use hex screws, I probably recommend don't do them all up with Allen
Allen
drivers.
driver, yep.
No, because it'll be very painful.
Yeah.
Get yourself a good actual driver, and that'll help you build the car.
Yeah, 2mm and the 1.5mm
That's
is
right.
the standard.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, cool. All right. Very nice.
Oh, my favourite.
Is that your favourite?
Anaerobic gel. That's awesome stuff. Threadlock.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Good old anaerobic.
So this is something I was discussing with some friends earlier. A lot of the 1980s and 1990s cars and motorcycles used to have all these special words to describe stuff. You know, like in Toyota Corollas, they had DHC for double overhead cam, and that was like huge on the side of the, 16 valve and all that sort of stuff. And that's like going harking back to it.
Yes.
Like I think we've been missing out on a lot of this sort of stuff.
Because Threadlock is boring.
That's right. That's right. But what's the AG stand for? Anaerobic gel.
Anaerobic gel.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got some springs in there for the this classic.
Servo saver.
What do they call this servo saver again? That was a heavy duty one, was it? This was the one to use.
It might have been. Yes.
Yeah. Because this one had the
triple string.
That's right. So this is basically like a Kimbrough that you put together yourself.
Some of the early Kimbrough ones had springs, I think. Like the sort of like spring would curve around.
Yes.
The X-Ray have used this design in most of their servo savers.
Yep.
The 3 or 4
they seem to work fine, don't they?
Yep.
There's
once all 3 pieces, or I think 3 pieces in this case, clamp up. It's
pretty tight, isn't it?
Yeah. Although the servos are so strong these days, if you're not using a vintage servo, it probably doesn't matter too much.
No, that's right. So we've got a few more ball ends. So you got the chunky, like they're pro ball ends, right?
Yep.
So they're the ones that would have been used on the TRF cars and stuff. Got some bearings in there.
Yep.
Oh, that's something I didn't check whether or not it was fully ball raced.
Yeah.
I sort of think it would be. Okay, so we've got some captured balls there, which will get to the front suspension.
There's got to be more ball that way.
Yeah, you got more? Yeah, because they'll be bagged in steps.
Yep.
Okay, so let's put that aside. What do we got next?
Okay. Is there a one to go to next? Or?
So bag A is the gearbox. Okay, I'm not going to cut this open because all the bits are going everywhere. But there's a very pro-looking diff gear.
Yep.
Okay, so all the balls are going there for the ball diff. But all the bearings are supplied.
Definitely getting a strong associated stealth vibe from these gearbox parts.
That's right. And you got your diff ball grease and molly grease. And molly grease is a bit different. Because I haven't seen molly greasing included for ages. That's got to be retro.
Yep.
Because normally they're giving you the white ceramic grease.
Yep.
And that's retro too. What is that?
That is the motor spacer, sort of.
Well, it's like a seal.
On the Mabuchi.
So the idea here is to stop sand from getting into the gearbox because it used to get sucked in from the holes of the Mabuchi. Yep. That's right. So they left that in there. That's a bit funky.
They've got Mabuchi and molybdenum.
And you can just see the Spur gear under there.
Yep.
So you see how it's got that hex? That's very modern comp looking, isn't it? Because that's where you see that pad would normally be.
These days.
Yes. And that's actually 48 pitched. And I would say in the future they'll probably make different size Spurs available.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So this particular one is stamped with 86.
86.
Which is pretty common, isn't it?
Yeah, I think like an 87, so 83, 84, 87 is pretty common depending on the car.
Yep.
And there'll be a slipper in future available as an option part.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And so we've got the idler here, and we've got the lace shaft gear as well.
Yep.
And there's the aluminium motor mount, which has been pressed just under there.
Somewhere in there.
Yep, nice touch. See, it's slotted. So that's very pro feel too, isn't it?
Yep. What's that look like? A Kyosho style? A bit.
Nice. The little balls there, these thrust balls.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to work well.
Good stuff.
Especially with the molybdenum.
Alright, what do we got here? Alright, let's zoom that out a bit.
E-bag.
E-bag.
Looks like Velcros.
It is, it's Velcros, yeah?
Ooh, a skinny Velcro.
So we haven't really gone the order of a construction, have we? So we've got all over the place, but we've got body clips.
With the manual.
You would.
Actually.
A whole heap of zip ties.
Yep.
Some more screws. So this will be finishing off. This is doing body work. Yeah, cool.
You can build the car in a couple of hours and then the body in about 17 hours.
Yes, that's right. It's always like that, isn't it? Yep. The details take another 10 hours.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's that.
Yep.
What's C-bag?
C-bag.
C-bag, that's the big long rod for holding in your battery
funky piece,
retainer.
Pivots the
retainer. That's right. So the hole in the end here, that's for the body clip for holding it together.
One clip comes off.
Yes.
Slide it out, or this actually locks it, doesn't it? So you slide that out.
Yes.
And then the whole thing pivots up.
That's right. Okay, so a lot of screws, and then double-sided tape, some more
bearings.
a lot of bearings. Yep. Cable ties, and some foam tape.
Sure, it's always
so
been
maybe for the battery.
Could be. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Like side of the battery tray, maybe. Or,
yes.
Yep.
And then look at these shocks. The shocks look really good, don't they?
Aluminium.
Yes. So there's also an option to put on the big bores, but I don't think you really need to. I think these look great.
Yeah, for retro styles.
Yes.
Big bores usually look a bit big.
Look like oversized.
Yeah.
Right, more bearings. These are CVDs, which we were talking about.
So pro.
Yeah, so CVDs which were not originally designed, planned to be put into the standard kit, are actually standard now. Got some cool springs, short ones at the front, long ones at the rear. So these ones, are they the same?
Yeah, what sort of springs? Like, they'll probably do option springs, I assume.
Oh, I'm sure they would. Yep.
Cool. A funky little, what are they called? H-shape.
Oh, the rings? Yeah, that's right.
See? H? Sure.
Yoga may call them X-rings.
X-rings.
So there's your rear shock cylinder, and your front one's a bit shorter.
Yep. I've been playing with associated shocks a lot with internally loaded O-rings. That's painful.
Oh,
it's very difficult.
Yes.
So these are normal.
What was that? The square shaped thing that you press down?
Yeah.
And locked into the...
all the O-rings and spaces go in first, and then there's a locking ring on top.
How were you meant to get that apart here?
Oh, you never get it apart.
Oh, you're not meant to get it apart?
You can't get it apart.
Yeah. But what was the method meant to be?
There's the little tool that you insert them with.
Yes.
You stick that through the other end of the shock.
Oh, and push
it.
it.
It's like a sort of angled point to it.
Oh.
Yeah. And you have to catch that onto the retaining locking O-ring.
So it deforms and pops out.
Yeah, it kind of just pushes it out.
Right.
Brute force, really.
It's been a while since I've touched some of those associated shocks.
Yeah, it's tricky. But these, nice.
I remember getting stealth shocks for my Super Dogfighter.
Oh, Super Dogfighter.
Yeah. It was so expensive back then.
Yeah.
So expensive.
Probably more than it will be now.
Oh, probably.
Re-release.
I'm trying to remember.
Hopefully.
I think when I got it,
it
would have been like $80 a pair. $80 a pair? In 1990.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's mega buck. There we go. Very pro looking, isn't it?
Yeah. The CVDs and aluminium.
Yep. Some very old school.
Oh, that's not. Yeah.
Damper oil.
That's not modern.
Yeah. Very old school.
Yeah.
I remember when you used to be able to get your the damper oil sets, and they'll be different
colours.
Yeah.
The red and
3 and the blue.
Red and blue. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
It's like some sort of weird traffic light.
Alright, let's look at the manual.
We've got nothing but the manual.
Yes, manual time.
Let's check out the manual.
Let's go quickly.
Where are we going? Overhead?
Yep. Alright, so there's the manual itself.
Yep.
Again, the nice box art. When we open it up, I think it's going to look fairly, pretty standard, isn't it?
I don't think this has changed.
No.
Much.
Although some of the pictures have been updated because they got this new battery with a Dean's type plug on it. You'll see it later. It's really weird. A Tamiya plug, which is not a Tamiya plug.
Whoa.
And this stuff is pretty standard.
Can't deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can see, the stick radio pictures are all the same.
Good buddies here.
Yep,
destroying things.
That's right.
Yep. So you got to snap the parts off. They go flying, and you catch them in your mouth.
Or they hit you in the eye.
Yeah.
That's right. Which doesn't matter because you got a spare eye anyway.
Yep. They're probably a parts bag for that.
That's it. So there's that adapter thing.
Whoa. What is going on there?
Because I know that if you're putting in brushless motors, the good old Tamiya plug's probably not going to handle it.
Not so much these days.
So it looks like they put ultra type plugs on the new style battery.
Whoa.
And this charger, which is optional, which is probably available in Japan. You can see the Japanese plug on it. We'll have like that.
Hey.
But here, we'll just pick whatever plugs we like.
We will.
We will.
Yeah.
Whatever you like.
Chuck a battery in it.
Okay, so here's the construction of the ball diff, which is very similar to any standard competition type ball diff. These thrust balls here.
Yep.
You got your compression spring and
squish.
Yep, that's right, to make sure you compress it. And then you got your T-nut.
Yep.
Pretty standard. Been like that for, I don't know, 20 years now, isn't it?
At least. That could be an associated stealth diff
it could
instruction
be.
manual if
it
you
could
didn't
be.
know.
That's right.
It looks identical.
And then how to adjust it is pretty much the same too.
Yep.
You just lock up one side and you tighten it up.
You get your little Allen keys and hurt your fingers.
That's right. And then we start building the rest of it. So we've got lay shaft. You got your lay shaft gear to your idler gear.
Yep.
And then you see the 3 gear case bolts together.
There's the chunky big 15 by 10 bearings in the diff.
That's right. And you've got the little shims there.
Yep. Nice.
And then we've got there's a cover thing.
Piece. Yeah,
that's right.
You're right.
Oh, so it seals it from both ends.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
It's pretty cool.
Yep. And there's the hexes for the locked up spur.
Yep.
And then to change that to a slipper, it'll go on just retrofit.
Yeah, you take those pieces off and the option pieces straight on.
That's it. And then we've got the motor, so you've got to choose the motor. So we're going 5-turn, right?
Your dust guard.
That's right.
Yep.
Actually, I don't know about the grease.
I reckon that's a good idea.
So the grease there...
Yeah, they'll attract all the dirt to it.
Well, the thing is, when you built the old school cars, they never used to have those 3 little teeth there. So they added those later because on the bushings on a 540, they would fold over and they won't rotate.
Oh, yeah.
Because before they did that, the thing will rotate. You'll never find the hole when you tried to mount the motor.
Find the hole.
That's right. It's so painful, isn't it?
It is.
And I guess that's what the grease is for too.
Whoa,
so the grease is there to hold it in place, stop any fine dust, and locate the hole.
Is that molybdenum?
Molybdenum. That's right. That sticky grey stuff.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
That's anti-wear.
Yes. And then there you go. The pinion goes on. Reverse. That's pretty familiar too, isn't it?
Yeah. Or reverse style.
That's right. And then your cover goes on. Boom. Moving onto the chassis, and there's the foam bits. Right there.
There you go. Mystery solved.
Yep.
So that you could like move the battery forward and back.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, make zero difference to the handling, probably.
Yes. Yes. Feels good though.
Yeah.
Have you done this?
Tuning.
No. I better try it.
Yeah.
And now we start building the rear suspension. It is a rear suspension.
It is. Yep. That's the extra 2 links of the 3 link.
That's right. So this is where the space is in there, so you can tighten it up. So you've got a bit more compression, stability there.
You could go outrageous and change it to a turnbuckle.
You could if you wanted to. You'll be really pro then. And there's that bulkhead we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, so that does
those.
Yeah. So that just goes around the gearbox. Oh, and there's that other angled bit which we thought. Oh, that's a speed controller.
Manual tells you all sorts of
things. That's a speed controller mount.
Speed controller on an angle.
That's right, speed controller mount. Yep, on an angle.
45-degree speed controller.
And there's that pretty classic screw that holds it all together.
The one screw.
The one screw holds the gearbox to the chassis.
Yep.
Right, then the radio goes in pretty early.
Oh yeah.
So there's all the descriptions here about, because there's a ton load of servos and different brands.
Remember there used to be like 2 different screws back in the original kits?
Yes.
And now
there's a ton of them.
Oh, actually,
that's right.
4.
Yes. But they've simplified the spline method now.
Oh, nice.
So most people have gone for the 25 which is Futaba type.
Yep.
But San Juan KO have decided, we'll stick with our, what are they? 24?
23.
Oh, 23 is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could easily be
it's
wrong.
one of them.
Yeah. Pick a
it
number.
Could have been high tech, they could have been 24.
Yeah.
Okay, front end, we're doing our steering.
Oh yeah, that's pretty like modern design of
a
steering rack, isn't it?
Yeah, really modern.
Little,
what about there?
bearings.
Yes. Oh, it's ball raced.
Ball raced.
Oh, that's even more special.
That's half a second a lap right there.
It is. Yeah. It is. Oh, I didn't expect that. It's pretty good. And there's your anaerobic gel getting used there. Because you don't want your steering coming loose.
No, that would be bad news.
Okay, so we've got your servo mounts, putting in the steering servo.
Yep.
Tie rods for the steering push rods. Front suspension. So there's a big chunky double wishbone.
There's your captive
the captive screws. That's right. And then it'll be held in from the other end.
Yep.
Yep. So you got your hinge pins. They're just smooth hinge pins. Go straight in. I mean, Brett will love those because they'll be really easy to polish.
He loves polishing his pins. Yeah. I'm trying to get hinge pins at the moment with slots cut in them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not easy.
I'm sure it wouldn't be. That's painful.
Yes.
Okay, so you can see how the little narrow bulkhead,
yeah,
and then you've got this chunky bulkhead there, and it's just held together with one screw.
Got narrow and chunky.
So you can see it all there.
Nice.
That's really modern look, isn't it?
That's very cool.
Yeah. And there's your one of the 2 bumpers you get.
So when you break it,
that's it. You put on another one. Yep. All right. So now we're doing the roll cage.
Frameage.
So quite a few bits of hardware there for the shock mount.
The shock mount. Yep.
Yep.
Big long screw goes
that's
right through everything.
Right through.
Yep.
Yep. And spaces as well.
Yep.
So they've chosen that one there, but you can use like any one you want.
What's that? Yeah.
What is that thing?
That looks like a little captive nut.
Oh, okay.
So the nut goes in the inside.
Yes, yes.
Yep, got a little captive cover.
Yep.
And then...
Oh, so you will never lose it?
Yeah.
Yeah, clever. Okay, this...
You'll lose the outside part when that falls off.
Yes.
You won't lose the nut.
There's a retro...
Oh, switch
mount.
Switch frame.
Yeah.
I'll get a switch just to bolt in it. Not connected to anything.
A fake one.
Yeah.
And then you do the other side, just a mirror image.
Really?
And then we've got shock towers going in.
Yep.
So we've got aluminium standoffs there.
Strength.
Okay, so there's the other side. Yep. Shock tower, and then we've got electronics.
Oh, 45 degree.
That's it. Your angled speed controller.
Yep, it's faster that
your
way.
Switch that you're going to put into the little mount.
Yep.
Receiver goes on top of the battery retainer. And then you got your aerial tube with aerial going through it.
Yes, that whole battery retainer pivots up with the receiver on top of it.
Yes.
Oh, and that's why the ESC is on a 45 degree angle.
Oh, so it
allows
allows
that plate
clearance
to come up.
Yeah. And so there's the big giant pin.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Definitely a cool pin.
And then we get into the driver.
Yep.
So here you can see the cover. There's a cover for the speed controller. So you hardly notice it, right? Once it's on.
Yeah. Looks like a real car.
Yep. And then the driver screwed on top of the cover for the receiver. That bolts on.
Yep.
And then we've got your horizontal braces for the roll cage.
Together.
Top arms of the front suspension. Front hubs, the kingpins. The classic, put the body clip into into the stub axle.
That's when you're not using it for your transponder.
Yes. And then you do the shocks.
So I'll have to, have to put a Santa helmet on it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Must be. And then shocks.
Shocks.
Very pro style shocks.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, look, it's got X-rings.
Yeah, that's right. See, it is fixed.
Yeah, you're right.
And then we've got the retainers. So what is the difference with the retainers here? Did we spot it?
It's not even there.
So it's V3. V3.
Oh, here we go. What's this say?
Well, they're V3.
V3?
Oh, so they're telling you to use the same one.
V3 X4.
For front and back.
So V3 goes at the top.
Yep. And then you've got a standard retainer on the bottom.
Yep.
So that means you've got another set. Oh, hang on, here we go. No?
Whoa, it's funky.
Oh, I don't know. Well, when you build it, you're going to have to
try them on that one.
Because they look like funky different shapes, don't they?
Yeah.
But the construction is all pretty straightforward.
Yep, they look like
look really easy shocks. And very easy to maintain.
Nice.
Alright, rear. I like this funkiness. Semi-trailing arms are cool.
Yep. Lou will be loving this. Getting the JRX 5.
Oh, he likes the 5 link, eh?
Yeah, it's only got 3 links, but you know.
That's close enough.
That way, yeah.
Well, you just put a fake one across top there.
Yeah. Or 2.
So there you go. You got your unis there. They come standard now. Nice. And they're really nice unis too.
Yeah.
You make some really good ones.
Yep.
What have we got here? So it's 10x5s are gone for
10
now.
10x5s?
Yep, 10x5s.
Cut down from the 11.
Yes. And then we join it all up here. So a couple of screws, hold it all together. Same with the outside.
Good old bushings.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with them, can you? Yep. Oh, so that bushing inserts are going through here, so the thread itself doesn't actually affect the balls.
Yeah, so you can clamp it up, sure.
Yes.
And not crush the
ball?
Something.
Don't like crushed balls. Crushed. No.
Not like the elephant.
No. Alright. Nerf bars, they're very fox looking.
Oh,
and then we got the what do you call that again?
What was that? The guard.
The rear guard.
Rear guard action.
Rear guard.
Yep.
Oh, it started shifting this around. I've been moving this all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got that. Oh, there's that section here for the rear of the roll cage. So that point here has got the horizontal screws, and then the top point, and both of those are held together with these 2 screws.
Yep.
So if you undid those 2, they'll all flip up.
Yep. So those 2 and the one from earlier, and the whole thing will fall apart.
That's right. That big massive pin.
And the pin.
That's right.
Yep.
And then we do the wheels and tyres, which we already demonstrated earlier, didn't we?
Hey, we got it right.
Yes, we did.
Maybe.
Yeah. Very cool. Oh, so they crush? No, they're just spacers.
Yeah.
Oh no, that one's a crush.
Oh, it has got it. Yep.
Crush spacer.
Yep.
And they're just shims.
Spacers, so take away the side play of the uni.
Yep. So explanation right there. And then battery in. And you drive it.
How does the battery go in? What do we do? Pin.
Yep.
Pin out.
Lift it up. The driver goes. Woo.
Driving.
And then you back. Slip it in. Put it back, it's all good. And then you use the adapter so you can use your Tamiya plug.
14 plugs on it instead of just one.
To the Dean's Ultra.
Yeah.
But after you drive it, then you can start putting the body on it. So there's all the bits.
Drive it. Actually,
it's ready to drive right there.
The frame.
Yeah, I think I've seen a few builds which are just frame.
Just frame?
Yep. So here's your multiple bits that you need to cut. Okay, so side pod bits, the full side pod and then the top and then the roof section.
Oh yeah, so that roof is a separate piece.
Yep.
That bolts on,
Yep. And there we go. So paint, numbers,
little side panel things.
So there's your side pods going on with the roof. There's that back panel.
Yep.
And then over here, what have we got?
There's more pages.
There's more pages. Okay, so there's the velcro.
That? Oh, that's the roof. That's the
top part of the body.
That's the body. Right. Upside down.
Oh, here's the lights we were talking about. So they're suggesting using one of the square ones to use at the back.
Power light, yep.
So
that blinds the driver behind you.
Well, that's right. It gives you an advantage, a bit like James Bond car.
Yeah, that's it.
And then here we've got they're using 4 lights on the front. So you've got the ones next to the cockpit.
Yep.
And the 2 at the very front there. And there's the mounts there for the lights.
That's going to look cool.
There's 3 square ones optional on the roof.
So because there was 4 of each.
Yes. Yes.
That's like when you're hunting kangaroos or something.
Kangaroo lights.
Yep.
That's right.
Got your fish nets there.
Oh, that's right. Yep. So cut it out. I think there's a separate sheet of paper which
like
you can use
pattern.
as a template. Yep. So you know exactly the shape to cut.
There certainly is.
Yep. There it is.
Here's one.
Oh, there's a template.
We didn't prepare earlier.
Yep. So just follow that.
Yep. It's upside down.
Oh,
Is there another one that's the right way up?
There you go. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And there we go. And so now,
Very cool.
this is what we were talking about before. The spare tyre at the back.
Spare tyre.
'Cause quite
Where
often-
is the spare tyre?
That's right. So, quite a lot of the promo shots, you see the BBXs with a rear tyre. So, all the bits are there, except for
Except for the actual
tyre. And so, you need a front tyre.
Yep.
So, you may have to buy a set of front tyres.
and the wheel.
Yeah, to do that.
Yep.
But it looks cool.
You could buy a pair and then you'll have like one spare if you get a blowout or something.
That's right.
And then
Or you can
one-
share it with a friend.
Yeah.
With another BBX.
Oh.
Sharing is caring.
Have you got a BBX?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So, option parts.
Yep.
So, these are the big ball shocks we're talking about.
No.
Whether or not you need them, that's one thing.
Big black, big ball.
Yeah. So this is just talking about the length of the shock overall to make it work.
Yep.
So that's
Tune
all pretty straightforward.
spaces.
Over here we've got the gear ratios, which you can get with the different pinions. So obviously we're going to put on the biggest one
Of course.
with the 5-turn.
Yeah, 5-turn.
This is the adjustment for the caster. So it's just those little
I
spacey
like
bits.
that. It's very cool.
Yep. Adjustment with toe in, toe out on the front end, which is quite straightforward with the turnbuckles.
Yep.
And then adjusting the toe and the camber for the semi-trailing arms is just with spacers.
Yep.
And that's pretty simple too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that to be too variable, I assume.
And there we go. And a setup sheet.
Oh,
because you're going to be racing this, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we need to
Yep.
fine tune it.
That's right.
World Championship BBX.
That's right. So you got to write in which damper type. That'll be
Yep.
the stock one. You're not using the big balls.
Yep.
There we go. That's it.
Is there a spot for whether you use a spare tyre on that?
Spare tyre.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the body thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Should
So your
definitely be
wheels.
there somewhere.
So
Yep.
you stick it here.
Yep, spare tyre.
Yeah, front tyres,
Yep.
rear tyres, wheels, and the spare.
Yep.
Yep. What inserts you used. How cool is that?
That is very cool.
That is funky, isn't it?
It is.
So this is like
I like it.
a pro retro.
Yeah, a pretro.
Petro. So there you go.
Pretzel.
There's our
Yes.
unboxing of the BBX, brand new Tamiya car,
Yep.
and it's going to be hitting the track, isn't it? So we
It
need to
is.
get some footage when
Yep.
it's going round.
We're going to chuck it at the track, probably Knox or Kilo,
Yes.
Knox, and see what happens.
That's going to be cool. So yeah, that was really good looking through this and actually learning quite a bit about the car.
Yeah, see a bit more of the detail.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's got some very nice little refinements and sort of pro style aspects to it compared to a beginner level.
I think this has got everything that both of us really like in cars these days.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
vintage, but it's like strong enough and modern enough to be able to just race it
That's right.
week in, week out.
Yep. We're going to send it.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for tuning in and watching, and keep watching to see if what we do to the car,
Yeah.
or what Andy's going to do to the
follow
car.
up. Yep.
That's right. All right. Thanks again. And
Brilliant.
we'll see you next time.
Cheers.